Is artificial intelligence actually intelligent? Let's find out. Artificial intelligence, also known as AI, or alternatively known as machine learning, is the supposed intelligence of computers and software. However, the term artificial intelligence is quite misleading, and I will explain why a bit later. Since there is no actual biological brain present in a chatbot, or any form of artificial intelligence for that matter, it cannot think and act like a human or a living creature that has a brain, and thus it cannot be original in its opinions or thoughts. It placates the very subject you talk about, and adds on extra and sometimes unnecessary or factually incorrect information, which then leads to a misleading and misinformative response, and the argument does not hold water. It actually is somewhat biased, even though the artificial intelligence claims that it is not supposed to be biased or have personal opinions, which clearly shows that those terms are contradicting each other, and therefore really proves my point on how the term artificial intelligence is actually quite misleading and not actually accurately describing the artificial brain. In fact, a more suitable name would be machine learning, because artificial intelligence imitates the very things you do. This is also known as rote learning, in which somebody observes another one's actions and copies them to learn. Artificial intelligence is really the same thing. However, it just has to do with computers and technology, not a biological and physical brain capable of thinking and responding intelligently to arguments, queries, or questions. Artificial intelligence can also overcomplicate relatively simple questions. For example, I have asked Google Bard on a specific car model and asked it whether or not it was known to be reliable, and the answer it gave me was absolute trash. It could not tell me with a straight yes or a no that this certain model of car was known to be reliable. Instead, what I got was a response like this: the Chrysler PT Cruiser's reliability depends on a number of factors, which is blatantly stating the obvious that did not need mentioning, and then it gives a list of various factors, such as wear and tear on the car, how well it has been cared for, etc., which did not point me to a conclusive answer. And the artificial intelligence can often be very repetitive and repeat some keywords or phrases which was mentioned earlier, so conversing with a chatbot has yet to become efficient and accurate, as are many things with artificial intelligence right now. However, the image industry is different. Artificial intelligence in this particular area has been quite capable of making images, which may or may not already be based on something. But you still have the problem of a non-existent biological brain, which therefore means that it cannot think or act like a human. You know the saying, a robot can only do as good job as a human, or something along those lines. This is somewhat true, but the argument starts to go south once you realize that a robot can do some jobs better than humans, like making cars. But self-driving on the other hand is far more dangerous with no oversight of what's going to happen, and due to the fact that there is no biological brain that can actively think and be aware of what's going on, it can only understand so much. Self-driving cars could be fatal and a massive flop if the general public gets access to them while AI is still infant. We need to wait for this technology to evolve and mature into a truly game-changing revolution that will really change the way we use computers and seek information.